Today we're going to be talking about how to do the front shocks on a 2013 Ford Focus. Let's go. Always jack and then a jack stand just in case. Safety first. Not working underneath the car, but still don't want any surprises. Underneath the hood, I want to pry open this guy. Let's give it a tug. Put it on my side. Try to blow away any leaves. That's a liberty of falling upon. I'm going to take out this Torx bit right here. There's going to be 3 bolts I'm going for. I can already see one peeking through here. Second one's here. That's going to be a pain in my butt, but not too big. And there's one more right here that we need to take off. To get at the pinch knuckle, the little pinch joint that I have here, I turn the wheel all the way to the left side. Just pointed it back. This gives me enough space to get in here. And just pound that in there. I have my shock already maximum extended. I have my jack already maximum extended, just a little bit more space. There we go. As much as I love pounding on things. Boom. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top side. I'm going to proceed to open up the shroud, get this guy off, and take off the 3 bolts connecting the shock. When you take the 3 bolts off, the shock is going to drop in the bottom. We have it still hung up on our knuckle, so we're going to use that. Make sure it doesn't drop on the ground, although when I do release the last bolt, I'm also going to be, when I release it, I'm also going to be holding the shock to make sure it doesn't just drop down. I'm going to take a look. I'm going to look for where it has the R on it. The other shock has an L at the end, where it has an R on it. This shock has an R on it, meaning it's for the right side. The other one has an L. Make sure we're changing the right side with the right side. Otherwise, your mounting points are not going to fit correctly. Alright, we have a Torx C25 here. C27, probably. One of those two. And just take off this one bolt on the shroud. Boom. Now we can start to get at our shock. 3 bolts. One is right here. One is right here. And the third one is right here. These will be 15s. I'm gonna need a wrench. So these are gonna be 13 mils. Okay. Let's take this one off. These are all gonna be 13s. I'm gonna use a socket on the top. I'm gonna use a socket on the top. I'm getting at that guy. And the last one, last bolt for the shock that holds on the top is right there. That one's easy. Just for added bonus, try not to lose it after you whip it off unnecessarily with the impactor. Okay, for extra points, there's a 10 mil on top. You can also pop that out. Makes getting at this bolt a lot easier. Now, These 3 bolts that I'm taking out, they're gonna be new ones. All right, I'll do this with the wrench. Now on the inside, I got one hand on the shock. Because in theory, when all this threading releases, the shock could just drop down. Almost. There she goes. Out nice and easy. Ooh-ah. One thing I always like to do once I get the part out, compare the old part with the new part. And make sure that some points are all in the same place. Shock's about the same size, looking good. And also the difference, old, new. Started hearing some really bad screeching out of the right side one when I came back from a long road trip. Thus I knew it was time. Didn't fail me catastrophically, but I prefer not to wait for that to happen. Now we're just gonna do everything backwards. So 1, 2, 3. My knuckle tightened up a little bit. That's what you call automotive yoga. Doing these parts is kind of like having some blind faith. You know where bolts should go. See, I feel it fed in. Yeah, I'm gonna just test it from the top now. Okay. All right. So the threads are on. I believe it's 27 foot-pounds of torque. I'm not doing so the torque wrench. I'm just going a good by hand Alcatelga, no breaker bars, no double wrenching. Just getting everything nice and snug in there. Alright, jammed the chisel back in there, and now just wrestling it up. Hit the point where it bottoms. And do the sway bar link. Alright, here, both sides are in the air. We can move the whole knuckle easily. On the sway bar link, I'm just going to adjust this nut to be at a right angle, pop it right through. Get the bracket with the speed wheel sensor. It goes on like this. Then we're going to put this bad boy back in. Oop. Just rotate, turn it in, pop that back on. Speed wheel sensor clips right in. We're gonna just feed this nut back onto the sway bar link. And I'm gonna just zip that in. Boom. Okay. Just tighten it down a little bit further. Nothing crazy. Okay. Good. Now we did end up breaking this bolt off. So we're gonna see if we can find something for that. Otherwise, we're all done on this side. Time to put the wheel back on. Got lucky. Had a bolt that fit inside. That one snapped off earlier. And tighten that in. And put the wheel back on. Alright, up top we just got two bolts on the shroud. A 10 mil that went in here. Same way. Usually I like to sit down on the curb with my feet to hold up the wheel.